All right, guys, I got a bunch of new hoses back in, so I want to try to tidy this thing up and get all of the external parts finished, hopefully. Gonna start with this one. It wasn't in terrible shape, but while I'm doing this, just gonna go ahead and replace a bunch of these things. Also have the octopusy looking one that we call it. Here's that part number. Here is the part number of this big one. So I guess this pipe really was pretty swollen because I took the old hose clamp off here and it was tight around there. And look, this one just slides around on this one. All right, here's the differences in these guys. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer my hose clamps over and install him. Yes, I'm gonna sleep much better at night with these pipes in here. Got that all reconnected up there to that guy who is a new line as well. We'll save these in case of emergency. Also got this new one in, so replace this next. Part number is listed right here on it, and we can see we have a nice new uncracked end. This is what the new end looks like. All right, we got the new one of these on. It comes up to here, it looks like this. And now I believe that this vacuum line that we have dangling here connects right here. And this piece, I'm gonna guess, connects up to here in the car. And I can actually see, if I zoom in here, that piece is the broken off piece of our old one. So it connects into this white thing here. You can see the bottom of the clip. Let me try to show you try to hold this steady and use an arrow right there. You can see the bottom of the clip and the top of the clip. So you have to pop that little gray clip up and it will disconnect those guys. So we'll be able to reconnect it there once it's back up in the car. The bottom part of our octopus guy here is going to connect to this tube that is coming out of our coolant expansion tank. This big tube here is going to connect to that big tube right there. I'm guessing our fuel line that has this kind of connector must be going to that thing there, I guess, maybe. I need some more research. You guys let me know how you feel about that, because the only other connection is this snap guy here. And I'm gonna assume it connects to that thing. So that would cover all of the empty connections on this side. So I took the yellow piece of tape off and just press fit that into here. Ooh, no, wait. I'm gonna guess this hose here with the clamp. Anyway, one more coolant hose to replace. I got the replacement part. Here is the part number for that one. Okay, side note, this new pipe here, or hose, is now so new and thick without having been pressurized by that clamp that I can't even get this clamp over it anymore. So I'm gonna have to get a slightly larger clamp here. All right, here is the other hose part number that connects to over here. Interestingly, this does not come with the little metal clips. Luckily, I have them from my old hose that I can use. Seems like it should attach in this direction with the long piece going through here, and it comes up this way so that it can attach to that pipe up there. For attaching the hose, this is the wire that is going to go to our temperature sensor, and it clicks into this little bracket here, I believe. So let me go ahead and get that in. All right, I took the clips off and it seems like it just presses in this way and kind of clicks into place with the longer end coming out here. So it's the shorter curved end that goes in. And I think I can slip this metal thing in from the top and have it go down into the grooves here. Yep, just like that. And that locks it into place. So to remove it, you're gonna lift up on that little tab there and this will release. So we're gonna save this one for the top. It'll do the same thing. It'll lock that into place. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and install the coolant temperature sensor. I am reusing this gasket. Don't tell anybody because it did not get ordered. It is a 24 millimeter deep socket. I can get over that, and I read online that it should go to 30 Newton meters. All right, we got that in here. Uh-oh. Well, I don't think my deep socket is going to fit in here after all, so much for that idea. All right, this is supposed to be tightened down to 30 Newton meters. It is a 22 millimeter size around there. I cannot fit my deep socket in to get my torque wrench on it, so just gonna snug it up there. And this connector should snap into place. All right, that's all done. Wait, I almost forgot when I put that on there. I was like, I wonder if it gets really hot down here. And then I remembered seeing pictures of this thing. So this actually goes over it as a little heat shield for your wire. All right, there we go. It should look something like that. All right, now I think I figured out where all of these connectors go. And this little clip was on my old pipe here, so I don't know if it connects to that yet, but I just put it there for now. We'll figure it out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connections that need to be made. So starting at the bottom, number 1, the big one goes to that pipe right there. Number 2, right above it, is going to be this guy. So he should snap into that connection. This right here goes to the coolant tank with that little nipple right there above my finger, which I didn't see at first. It was hard to find. This one we talked about is broken off and is, sorry, I'm pointing. Yes, this piece right here, this is the part that's broken off up there, so we will remove this piece from up there and replace it. And our fuel, this goes to the fuel rail. So that part connects to, let me zoom in here, that guy right there, right above my finger. So that's where our fuel comes in. So those are all of our connections. All right, here's where we are with this thing. I just got back from AutoZone and bought this piece of tubing. So yeah, it goes to some other random vehicle, but that looks like just about the right length. If I cut this part off, I think it should work. It's the right diameter for this. Just using my little pipe cutter here. Bought a couple clamps. Okay, so here we have it. It's connected down there. It's running to this thing. I got a little hose clamp that I have to tighten up. It's attached to this bracket, which is bolted here and tightened down. The key was before you attach this bracket, make sure you attach it to every end all the way along and then attach that bracket last. Now I can tighten up the hose clamps. So what this bracket does, especially for my tube, because my tube was not naturally bent, it was straight, it lines it up so that it puts a bend in it like this and keeps it away from the pulleys. So there we go. All right guys, I'm back. We're continuing on the engine. And I have COVID today, so I'm gonna be a little less talky and just try to finish up some of the stuff that still needs to be done. This little part here is kind of a dampener that broke on the original one. Part number, we're gonna replace that. It goes on the plenum. replaces this broken one here. All right, at long last, should be able to put this thing back in. So this little guy screws into the hole on our power steering pump. And then this bracket can just drop down over the stud, and you put the nut on it. Yeah. Connect this hose. Should both ends snap. Connect this up here. Let's go bracket for the clip. Now again, you just have to make sure that these collars are lined up all the way around so you don't have any vacuum leaks. Yeah, it was not under the bottom of it. So there are these little grooves around here that they should line up with to let you know that they are on correctly. And then we gotta line these up again, tighten them down.